not honors physics. So amazingly, over the summer, she studies all of honors algebra 2, comes in, takes a semester exam, the second semester exam, and has a nearly perfect paper. That was an amazing feat in my eyes. And so we placed her in the class that she truly belonged in, which is honors pre-calculus. But that was not enough of a challenge for her, because in the same year, she decided to take AP statistics with Mr. L again. Going into her junior year, she takes AP Calculus AB with me, and in the senior year this year, she has AP Calculus BC with Mr. Marjoram. But what she won't tell you is that she also enrolled at the University of Florida to take Calculus 3 and succeeded very well there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to award this year's Mathematics Department Award to Angela Shea.
Our male athlete of the year participated in 3 sports as a senior, trying 2 new ones and contributing to such an extent that he received the Eagle Senior Award in football and the Watkins Award in lacrosse. In football, he was a member of the All-Division and All-Conference teams for the North Florida Football Conference. He was also honored by the Gainesville Sun as the first-team All-Area selection. He rushed for 1,100 yards and 170 carries, accounting for 18 touchdowns, while making 30 tackles, including 3 for a loss and recovering a fumble. He was part of a large number of seniors who participated in soccer this year, providing valuable leadership while taking advantage of the senior experience at Oak Hall by simply being involved. We probably best know him for his contributions on the lacrosse field. As a senior attackman, he was honored as a U.S. Lacrosse Academic All-American, 2-year team captain, 3-time first-team All-Area selection for the Gainesville Sun. He totaled 99 points, scoring 54 goals and assisting on 45 during his senior campaign. A relentless competitor for the district champion Eagles, he also picked up 48 ground balls and caused 14 turnovers. Next year, he committed to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to continue his lacrosse career. Please join me in a round of applause for Oak Hall's Male Athlete of the Year, Ryan O'Leary. Oak Hall is fortunate to have so many of our students participate in more than one sport. Honestly, this is one of the things that makes our athletic program so successful. While multi-sport participation is not a condition for this award, our winner this year represented Oak Hall in 3 different sports, 1 per season. She started on the volleyball court, where as one of 2 captains on the 2018 volleyball team, her contributions to the team were significant. She recorded 155 digs and 71 kills to go along with 34 service aces. She was a great team player because on the court she understood and accepted her role and contributed to the team's success by making consistent offensive plays and putting forth a valuable defensive effort. As a captain, she supported both her teammates and her coach and consistently demonstrated excellent sportsmanship. Wintertime led her to the soccer pitch. Coach Seiler commented that she was one of the most committed players on the team. She worked hard in practice and was naturally so talented despite not playing high school soccer before. She thrived on and off the field. Finally, spring led her to the lacrosse field, where as one of the senior captains, she often helped organize captains' practices and team-building activities. She contributed 30 goals and 3 assists while picking up 19 ground balls and winning 44 draws. In her spare time, she earned the respect of her peers, so much so that she served as your student body president this year. I'm so happy that this young lady will stay in Gainesville as she attends the University of Florida home for the fall. Please help me congratulate our 2018-19 Female Athlete of the Year, Stephanie Miller. I've asked Stephanie to stay on stage for a minute, as I have a few more things to say. Annually, the number one goal of the athletic program is to represent ourselves with a high degree of sportsmanship. To that end, many years ago, Oak Hall began to recognize one student athlete who the coaches and administrators select to receive the Sportsmanship Award. The criteria for this award is obvious. We are searching for the individual who has gone above and beyond good sports ethic. This is someone who others would view as a role model. Finally, this is a person who Oak Hall would be proud to have served as an ambassador for our school community. You heard earlier that Coach Jay said she supported both her teammates and her coach and consistently demonstrated excellent sportsmanship. She went on to say she was competitive and energetic while maintaining respect for the opposing team and officials. Coach Seiler added she was always positive and encouraging to her teammates. And Coach Puller was appreciative of her efforts to help younger players teach teammates the plays and even drive people around. Everything these coaches talk about are true examples of sportsmanship and a sign of a great teammate on and off the field of play. So Stephanie, congratulations. We're all proud of you and thankful for the example you set for our fall players.
PEO Sisterhood is one of the largest community-based women's organizations in North America with almost 250,000 initiated members. Our organization provides loans, grants, and scholarships for women through its 6 philanthropies. The PEO Sisterhood is committed to helping women achieve their educational goals. The PEO Star Scholarship recognizes the accomplishments of graduating high school women planning to pursue a post-secondary education. In presenting the $2,500 scholarship, the members of Chapter AF in Gainesville are pleased to recognize our honoree who demonstrates excellence in leadership, extracurricular activities, community service, academics, and potential for success. Our PEO Star Scholarship is presented to Talar Terzian.
The Area Yearbook Award, as a special award, hasn't been awarded since 1998. But, like most things, with new management comes new or renewed traditions. This award is given to the student who not only contributes special talents in creating the yearbook, but is also a guiding light and sometimes a form of comic relief when the rest of us are stressing out. I know for a fact that this yearbook would not be the caliber it is without the incredible work of this student. It is my privilege to award the 2018-19 Area Yearbook Award to a student that is taking his talents to Embry-Riddle, Alex Anderson.
The Campus Latin Translation Contest has been offered since 1986 as a competition that identifies the best high school Latin translators in North America from the 32 states and 3 provinces that are members of the Classical Association of the Middle West and South. This contest is unique because every student produces a full translation of a Latin passage that is then graded by Latin teachers and professors from all over the country. As an organization that supports classicists, CAMWIS feels that students participating in this contest are part of a select group of Latin students who are carrying the study of the classical tradition into the 21st century. There are 3 award levels: a cash award, a book award, and a certificate of commendation. This year, out of the 1,048 high school students who participated, Oak Hall had 1 certificate winner and 2 book award winners. Congratulations to Stephanie Miller, Anya Aitsalia, and Sarah Pincus. The National Latin Exam is one that nearly 150,000 students around the world take. Every year, starting in 7th grade, our students participate. Only the top 10% of these students receive gold awards or perfect scores. If a student achieves these top honors for 4 years, the Maureen O'Donnell Book Award is granted to those deserving students. This award was established in honor of Maureen O'Donnell, a successful, dedicated, beloved Latin teacher from the W.T. Woodson High School in Fairfax, Virginia, who passed in 1998. She is known to current classic students as the woman who inspired the National Advanced Curtoman Trophy. The book itself is an Oxford Classical Dictionary, the seminal authoritative text on the ancient world, worth $150. This year, we have 2 students who maintained 4 years of gold. We have 1 student who maintained 4 years of gold NLE awards. Congratulations to Keegan Hogan on winning this NLE book award. I don't think Keegan is here today, so I'll present the second one. If a student achieves these top honors for 5 or more years, they receive an additional special book award. This year's recipient of the 5-year Maureen O'Donnell Book Award will receive an Oxford Companion to Classical Literature, a companion to the first text. And this year's recipient of this special book award is Sarah Pincus.
Asked her if she wanted some help, and she told me she was an independent woman. I would now like to call the Stewart family to the podium to present a very special award.
My name is Dr. Brent Stewart. I'd like to introduce my wife, Krista. Hi, Natalie. Right. Fourth grader. Aubrey, a rising first grader. Evan is her twin brother, also a rising first grader. And Grant is a rising junior kindergarten. And then also Cruz, with his class of 2036. 7. We are here to present the 4th annual Alexa Stewart Memorial Scholarship. Alexa, it's grants for the sister. They were born June 29, 2015. Alexa was born spinal muscular atrophy type 1. This is commonly called SCA. Alexa gave the board award on May 11, 2016. She was 10 months old. While she was with us for a very short time, she was taken back from our lives. Each of us treasure memories of her. She was Daddy's bug, Mom's baby. She was always happy, always had a smile on her face. She was in the halls of Oak Hall every school day, seeing off her older siblings. She attended many Oak Hall parties, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthdays. She even attended the kindergarten field trip to Rogers Farm. She would have been in the class of 2033, starting junior kindergarten in the fall of the 2021 grade. We dedicate this scholarship in her memory each year to a graduating senior. Oak Hall is a major part of our lives now, and this is a way to share her memory and to honor the joy that she brought our family. I'm sorry. This year's recipient of the Alexa K. Stewart Memorial Scholarship is described by faculty as kind-hearted, gracious, studious, and fiercely competitive. The student has embodied the Oak Hall School motto of scholarship, leadership, and service. The recipient is also known to set a positive example for others. This year's recipient of the Alexa K. Stewart Memorial Scholarship is thank Brent and Krista and the Stewart family for that remarkable presentation in Alexa Kate's 11th year. Let's please give them one round. The Jefferson Scholar Award, named for the founder of the University of Virginia, was established to recognize outstanding students during their junior year. The Oak Hall faculty recognizes this year's recipient as a student who embraces creativity and innovation and embodies a spirit of discovery, much like the university's founder, Thomas Jefferson. In his own words, Mr. Jefferson hoped that UVA would be a, quote, temptation to the youth of other states to come and drink of the cup of knowledge. It's fair to say that this year's recipient drinks of that very cup of knowledge, and like UVA's founder, possesses both the heart of a servant and the mind of a scholar.
She is not only an aspiring young scientist, but also a gifted writer and classical scholar. Her work as the vice president of both Oak Hall's Key Club and Gainesville Chain Reaction have amounted to a true tour de force in the area of student service to the community. In the spirit of UVA's founder, Mr. Jefferson, this young lady possesses a true spirit for academic inquiry and a pursuit of excellence in the classical sense. Although, as a two-sport varsity letter winner in cheerleading and track, I think she's a bit better on the field than our nation's third president. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Virginia and the UVA Club of Jacksonville, I'm pleased to present this year's Jefferson Scholar Award to Veronica Clara Schmalz.
Hi, humans. I just stood up and it felt amazing, so I think everyone can stand up for a second. This feels really good. Stand up. Does it feel great? All right, everybody stand down except for Michelle Lee. And then Michelle Lee, come on. All right. Hi, humans. I went to Yale, and so that's why I've been asked to present the Yale Book Award. Yay. Apologies in advance, it was impossible to make this any shorter because I didn't know how to communicate how caring and humble and brilliant and passionate and considerate and basically awesome in every way Michelle is. Yale allowed me interviews where I asked a simple question after each interview. Could you see the student at Yale? They expound on that. Is this a student that you could have met up with in a dining hall? Someone with whom you could play an intramural sport? Someone in the orchestra or writing for the Yale Daily News? I did not interview Michelle Lee, nor could I in good conscience, as I would be very, 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 very biased. But if I did, I would find as many ways to say yes in as flowery and as useless language as possible. My personal experience with Michelle is mostly musical. She became the de facto leader of a cappella, always careful to temper displays of her brilliance with extraordinary humility. I always appreciated the respect and support she showed me personally in our fledgling group. Every time she sees me, she greets me happily and playfully. And when she asks how I am doing, she really actually cares. And when I answer, she listens, truly listens. She makes everyone with whom she interacts feel noticed, important, understood, and seen. Since I have not taught Michelle in class, I've asked some of her teachers for some comments. Mr. Jackson says, Michelle is the very embodiment of what we want a peer student to be: inquisitive, resourceful, the one who rejoices in the splendor of knowledge for its own sake. Dr. J wanted to add, how much fun Michelle has with learning and challenging herself. Her face lights up as she makes connections, which brings such joy to me as her teacher. I also love how humble she is. And finally, Mr. Stahl says, Michelle gave one of the most emotionally provocative ACP recitals I have seen this year, largely because of her willingness to expose the personal meaning of the song with the audience before the performance. She achieved artistry that afternoon. For my own part, that performance moved me so deeply that I had to escape immediately to the photo lab to retain my teacherly composure. The Yale 2019 Book Award goes to Michelle Lee.
This is the 16th anniversary of the AXA Achievement Scholarship funded by the AXA Foundation. Through AXA Achievement, AXA is one of the nation's largest corporate providers of scholarship, awarding more than $28 million since 2003. AXA Achievement supports the company's commitment to corporate responsibility by helping America's youth take small, manageable steps to college and beyond. Those steps include more than $1.5 million a year in scholarships. We developed AXA Achievement because we understand how challenging the road to college can be. 74% of adults think that getting a college education is more important now than it used to be. But with tuition increasing at about twice the rate of inflation, 2/3 say that college is out of reach for many qualified students. AXA, a leading financial protection company, can help all of our award recipients, known as AXA Achievers, who are students who set and reach ambitious goals, demonstrate drive and determination, respect for self, family, and community, and the ability to succeed in college. The student we are here today exemplifies those qualities, and I am proud to award the 2019 AXA Achievement Scholarship to Ms. Kayla Terzian.
Good morning. Smith College is a top-tier college of both arts and sciences. The mission of Smith College is to provide women with every academic and opportunity that men have traditionally had, an environment that is beautiful, fun, serious, encouraging, and supportive, but always challenging. Smith encourages women to achieve their highest potential. The recipient of the 2019 Smith College Book Award is Anya Atsala.
The University of the South in Sewanee, Tennessee is recognized for its long-standing tradition of academic and literary excellence. In keeping with this tradition, the university annually presents the Sewanee Award for Excellence in Writing to an outstanding member of the junior class in selected schools across the country. The recipient of the award is selected on the basis of scholarship, leadership, demonstrated excellence in writing, and for notable potential for future success as a writer. Also taken into consideration are interests, activities, achievements in the school and community. Mr. Horton, the recipient's AP history teacher, has described the recipient as incredibly decisive, clear, and passionate in analyzing historical issues in his writing. Meanwhile, Mr. Holtzman, the recipient's AP English language teacher, was often impressed by his persuasive and documented writing technique. He found that his use of the most obtuse literary theory, history, and pop culture always made for compelling argumentation in his papers. The University of the South is pleased to join Oak Hall School in recognizing this individual's outstanding accomplishments. Please join me in welcoming to the podium this year's recipient of the Sewanee Award for Excellence in Writing, Kamal Zaidi.
Someday I'll write a speech before I come up here, probably my last day at Oak Hall, but that's not today. We've been over, I think, the last about 20 years, honored to be able to give out the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Award. Rensselaer Polytechnic, if you're not aware, is the first science, engineering, mathematics institution in the northern hemisphere over here, and established in 1824. I was there for their 150th anniversary, my freshman year, and if our junior recipient of this award decides to go there, this person would be graduating in their senior year during the 200th anniversary. It's been around a long time. The person that we chose, math science people talking together, is someone who, from my experience, will follow me into the library, almost into the restroom, to ask questions about mathematics or science. That's probably all you need to know about why you chose this person. He's performed excellently, has been on stage already in his sciences, and also in the mathematics classes I and others have taught. You may have heard him referred to as the professor by Mr. L, but I usually just call him Alan Tong. Alan, come on.
Good morning. In 1960, the Brown Alumni Association established an annual book award to honor high school juniors across the country who best combine academic excellence with clarity in written and spoken language. Language is the highest expression of our humanity, for it defines who we are and what we aspire to be. Therefore, this award seeks to honor a junior who is not only an excellent student, but also a gifted communicator and future leader. This year's recipient is a remarkable young scholar and youth politician who is driven by the call of both leadership and service to others. Over the course of her Oak Hall career, she has earned 2 Academic Achievement Awards and an Academic Merit Award, as well as multiple class awards. Her accomplishments in the statewide Youth and Government program are particularly remarkable. She has been recognized multiple times for her statecraft and has been elected to 2 state offices. She currently serves as the Lieutenant Governor for the entire Florida Youth and Government program. In fact, so impressive and laser-focused is she in commanding a chamber that her advisor, Mr. Jackson, says that he would never want to face her in a courtroom or any other parliamentary setting. On behalf of the Oak Hall faculty and the Brown Alumni Association, please join me in congratulating the recipient of this year's Brown Book Award, Isha Patel.
Recognizes the academic and extracurricular achievements of outstanding female students across the country and throughout the world. In addition to celebrating students' many accomplishments, the award also serves to generate interest and increase the visibility of Barnard in our local community. The criteria for the Barnard Brook Award is as follows. The nominated students must be female member of the junior class, demonstrate exceptional leadership and outstanding academic promise, be committed to fostering a community of diversity both within the classroom and beyond, serve as a role model to others. Barnard continues to confer this honor in 2 specific tracks implemented 5 years ago, English and Humanities and STEM. First, for the English and Humanities recipient. An excellent scholar in English and Humanities, this student has earned top grades in the most rigorous coursework in these disciplines, having taken AP-level courses in both English and history and earned all A's in these classes. In recognition of her academic achievements, this student has earned induction into the following scholastic honor societies: the Cum Laude Society, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Science Honor Society, and the Spanish National Honor Society. Within the student life, the student is actively involved in the Club, Spanish Club, and Dance Marathon, Earlier this year, the student traveled to the Florida State Spanish Conference and helped our team earn a first place trophy in the 1A division. Congratulations to the recipient of the Barnard Book Award for English and Humanities, Haley Kramer. Secondly, Haley, come up. Then our second scholar, a scholar in STEM disciplines since her entry in upper school in the 9th grade. As a sophomore, the student enrolled in AP Biology, earning A's in both semesters, attaining a score of 4 on the AP Biology exam. Last spring, this student was selected to participate in Oak Hall's first capstone cohort. She will be continuing her pursuit of the AP Capstone Diploma next year as a member of the AP Research class, where she will be writing a research paper likely on a science-related topic. A member of multiple Scholastic Honor Societies, this student is also a leader in Oak Hall's community, serving as the SGA 10th grade representative last year and as the secretary of the Honor Council this year. Congratulations to the second recipient of the Barnard Book Award, minor advisee, Lauren Rogers.
The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is given to a graduating senior in each participating high school. The qualities of the recipient are dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. Each school's Good Citizen Award recipient